live, 80.
No, I'm gonna figure it out.
Huh? Bye. Yeah, that's done. Thank you, sir. Did you turn the grill off? Go in your cage.
Nigga, don't be young, man.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
My first boots on my back was easy now. It was too straight.
I gotta change my. I'm changing my playbook after this. I need that. I need to redo my play.
Oh, now I got everything the PS5 got. Okay, fine. Here we go.
What you mean you got everything the PS5 got? What the hell you talking about?
My thing updated to the PS5 stuff, like the plays and stuff. I've been trying to figure out how to do it.
So what that mean? What you mean? Huh? What you mean? You
Ooh. I'm saying like the plays, the names of the plays and stuff, like on kick return and kickoff and stuff.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
This is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense just
yeah.
influence
Let me find out.
What?
They'll run now on second down. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Don't worry about it, cause when I get A-Chain with his nigga, it's on. Who is?
The coach in the league, and they both 96 speed. So my coach, he got a 98 acceleration.
They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run.
Couldn't make a 55-yarder. Yeah, you going for my team.
Destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen.
Yeah, put it down for check.
This nigga Evan, boy. You be tripping. You be tripping. Evan be tripping.
Yeah.
He's gonna throw this one.
I'll get my mom to let me say this to Goose. Stay at home.
And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
I don't trust nothing.
The decision is to take the 3. Out comes the field goal.
I don't trust.
Podcast, if you think from.
52 yards out. And this kick is good. We needed to get
I'm Princella, Queen Maker, Houston, Texas. All right, Princella, the Queen Maker out here in Houston, Texas. So Princella reached out to my team and was like, hey, I want to do a show. I'm like, okay, well, I do debate nights on Wednesdays. And I do, the girl shows on Fridays. Let's do a debate. So we got it, made it happen. Okay, Princella, let's get a little bit of your background. What do you do? Anything you want the audience to know about yourself, you can go ahead and, speak about your background now.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, I'm a life coach, women's empowerment, and I'm the author of a book called 41 Shades of Men, to Do and Use You. Also, Love, Men, and Manipulation Decoded Workshop. So, I have a background in biology, psychology, human things of that sort. So I teach through those lectures.
Okay, cool. And you said so you have a background in, you said, biology?
Yes.
Okay. And you have your degree in that?
Nope.
No degree. Have you ever like worked in any fields with practicing in any biology or anything, or no?
No, just the lab at school. However,
Just labs at school.
yeah,
Okay.
my main focus is psychology. So, given psychology background mainly, I've been in sales, top sales in every industry I've ever sold in. So, on top of that, human behavior, so I've been analyzing that for about 25 years. So, no, I don't need a degree for that. I put in over 10,000 hours of each one of these subjects, so I think I'm pretty good.
Okay. Fair enough. I just wanted to know exactly what you did, since you stated that you are a specialist in biology and psychology. I want to know if you had any degrees and stuff like that. Okay, cool. So the topic for today, everyone that's watching, is going to be patriarchy.
I'm gonna need the OG, not the reset.
You want the old me? You got it.
It's about this time.
Versus matriarchy, and what is best for society, which is a net negative or net positive for society. And Princella, I'm going to go ahead and leave it to you. I believe that you will be on the side of defending matriarchy. So go ahead and, if you want to go ahead and give an opening, now's your time.
No, that's actually because I believe that there needs to be a combination of the two. The reason for that is because male and female have both different natures. And a male has to be in a patriarchal setup because that is what his biology is designed to be under. However, in order to facilitate growth and sustainability for the planet, an egalitarian system is much more conducive for the planet, society, and community. When you're under a patriarchal system, what you have is complete dominance, which actually creates a whole host of issues that can be analyzed throughout nature.
Okay. So you said that, men and women think that we both
You gonna keep your hands off me, Evan.
but then you went to say that
You a
a
shit.
system that's not actually like, patriarchy, it should be egalitarian.
It has to be a combination.
So it has to be a combination.
It has to be a combination.
Go ahead and explain. I got a question for you. So egalitarianism, the communists tried that and it failed. So why would you take on that idea to try to equalize everything when male and females aren't equal?
Well, that's not what egalitarianism means.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Well, that is the definition of it. Well, what's your definition of it?
Again, there needs to be a combination of the two. Now, what do I mean by combination of the two? Do you agree that males and females should be educated in two different setups? The schools, boys should have their own schools and girls should have theirs. Do you agree with that?
No.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a problem. Because males and females are different and they cannot be trained the same. So if you believe that males and females are different, then why would you advocate for something that does not facilitate the difference between the two?
Yeah, so you said that, do I believe that, male and females should have the same schooling?
No, separate schooling.
Separate schooling. Okay, separate schooling. I said no. I said no because you didn't give me more information. The reason being is because if we're going from kindergarten to elementary school to middle school to high school, then to college, at the end of the day, currently the system is what it is right now, where it's both male and female. They are in school together. So you're saying that, okay, fair enough. Would you say that it's failing for women? There's more women that has education, that's getting higher education than men. So is it failing for women and for men?
That is because the school systems are more designed to facilitate females. So, and they're not designed to facilitate males, hence why the males are failing. and so they need separate schools. If that wasn't the case, then you wouldn't have Dr. Umar up here running around speaking about making a boys' school. So at the end of the day,
So I could agree with that part of it. So you're saying that, well, here's my stance on it, right? Stats show that
Bro, that can't, bro.
currently right now with the current system, they're getting higher education than males, right?
Bro, you know what that nigga did, bro.
Agree that there should be some change.
Beyond that fucking 5 yards, bro.
Now, that doesn't mean that we need to separate both male and female from the school. You get what I'm saying? So we can make changes at the school.
This nigga bumped me the whole. Who the fuck? Who is that?
Let me finish. There are all girls schools. And
That nigga who kept bumping me.
But let me just finish. So, you said that, well, I think that what's missing are
Bro, a linebacker, bro.
the two. Currently, our system definitely needs to be updated. Our education system does need to be updated. Where, you know, they have better systems in place that is more suitable for men. That part I do agree with. I don't agree with the fact that we need to fully separate the two. That's the part I don't agree with. So that's different. You get what I'm saying? But okay. Go ahead. You're good. You wanted to make a point?
Here he is on 3rd and long.
males and females have completely different brainwaves,
And a nice
and
game
they
here,
need
but it stopped
their
short of the
own
first.
schools and setups to facilitate their natures. Now, if we are dealing in truth and reality, then we can agree that there is a difference between the two. And the current setup is causing a lot of dysfunction between both parties. So clearly, a patriarchy is not working either because it is failing, because the United States itself is a patriarchal system.
Got you. So let me just ask you a question, because I want to. My stance is this: it sounds silly that you're making a big claim to say, "Hey, the system isn't working with men and women being in school together." Instead of fixing the problem that's in that school, let's just separate the two. Would you use the same logic to a relationship? People have relationships, both men and women, and they're in a relationship, and there's problems in that relationship, in the household. Would you use that same logic and say that men and women need to be separated from the home?
I absolutely would, because based on the studies, it doesn't matter if you don't like that. The question here, the first question is, are we looking for a solution to a problem? Or are we looking to just go back and forth about who's right and who's wrong? Because what I just presented to you was a fact about the difference between males and females. Now, can we agree that there is a major difference between males and females? Yes or no?
Yeah, but the correlation doesn't equal. So you're trying to correlate something and say, well, male and females are different. Like, this is the cause of our differences. And you're trying to correlate that to, well, since we are different, we shouldn't have relationships, male and female even living in the same home, or male and female even being taught in the same school.
No.
That doesn't make sense to me. So I have a question for you.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
If you don't mind, if I ask.
Okay, sure, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You ladies first.
If there is a difference, just like there's a difference in each child, and they need to be taught differently because what works for one does not work for all. If you understand that, then we understand that even smaller classrooms that focus more on individuals work better than classrooms with a lot of individuals that learn differently. Do you agree with that?
Okay, that still doesn't correlate to separating the genders. So we don't know the truth about.
We're talking about training people differently, and if males can learn differently because males need more physical activity. This is a fact. This is not something. And as a male, I don't even understand why you would be disagreeing with that.
Yeah, no, you're not. You're missing the point that I'm disagreeing with. So let me state my position against your position, right? The disagreement is this. You're saying that, well, men and women are different. I agree. Everyone knows that. Any person in their right mind knows that, right? Since men and women are different, it causes problems when we are either being educated together or if we are in a relationship together. So since since there are problems in school and in relationships, we should separate the two, meaning removing the man and the woman in different schools and removing the man and the woman into separate homes. My position, that's your position. My position is that that's illogical. What we should do, right, is actually work on our differences. So you stated something that, well, like the slow classes and stuff. Well, the slow classes are with people that need some extra help. It'll be an extra teacher, or they'll minimize how many kids can be in the school. How many kids can be in that class. So instead of having 20 students, it'll be 10 students and 2 extra teachers, right? And that would produce more help. I would agree. That does produce more help. You good? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I would agree. That does produce more help. But you still wouldn't have to separate the genders to get that done. You can still keep the genders at the same school to get that done. You get what I'm saying? So let's say if there's currently how it is now, males and females are in school together. Let's say if the boys are behind because of they need some, we got more testosterone, so we need a longer gym, or we need, certain different games in the classroom to keep us focused, whatever it may be. I'm not a teacher or anything, right? But let's say if there's something that we need currently in society, which I do agree with, since there are more women, graduating college than there are men, obviously it does need, the education system does need some change. I'm just saying that it doesn't need the change that you're speaking about, the change of completely separating the genders. We can still do it in the same school, but just change up the system that we currently have.
This one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Does that make sense?
It'll be a 5-yard gain.
Instead of, like, you can speak, go ahead.
Okay. Now, you said what I said is illogical. Are there any examples of any religion, culture, or school of thought that implements the separation between the genders? Any.
Your question is there any schools or I don't understand the question.
You said that what I said is illogical. Right?
Correct.
Okay.
Bro, why back off of what the fuck are y'all doing, man?
You keep cutting me off. Now, remember, the rules were you let me land my plane, I let you land yours, and I'm doing exactly what
you asked me a question, and you didn't want to answer, so I was going to answer your question. Okay, so complete your question, and then I'll...
Say what?
Are there any examples anywhere in the world that roll by a school of thought to separate the genders anywhere in the world?
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line.
Is there any, let me just make sure I have the question right. Is there anywhere in the world that deals with in schools, that's what we're speaking about, where they separate the genders? Anywhere. I mean, are you speaking about, so let me get some clarification to the question. I don't really understand the question, to be honest.
If I'm illogical, then there would be no institution, no country, anywhere that would facilitate the practice of separating the genders, giving the genders their own space. Because if
there you go. That's a more clear question. Of course, yeah. So there's many things where they separate the genders. We got different bathrooms, different locker rooms, different sports, multitude of different things.
Yeah, bro, because they need to start calling passing the freemen for that shit.
To separate males and females out of schools is illogical on your part because they do exist. Okay? And so even in the Nation of Islam, they literally separate them, they put them on 2 different sides of the entire the church, whatever you call it, the mosque. Okay? You have schools where you have all boys schools and all girls schools. Okay, so this idea that what you're saying is that I'm illogical is really just an intellectual bash. It's a play. It's a lower on my intelligence, which I don't like. What I'm trying to do is have an intelligent conversation with you based on things that actually make sense. And the one thing that absolutely makes sense is the fact that men and women are different, which means that they are oil and water. And one thing about oil and water is it does not mix. That is a fact. And with males and females mixing, guess what? It is eternal chaos. And you all have been having the same conversation for the last 15 years without a single solution to your conversation. Okay? So obviously, what you all are talking about online ain't working. So what I'm doing is proposing a different solution that does not sound cookie cutter and just it's a whirlwind of trauma and trash. Okay, so there needs again to be a combination of the two, matriarchy and patriarchy, because the male is wired for dominance. He cannot be in a situation that does not allow for a dominant title. You all need that. So you can't get rid of patriarchy. As long as you have men, there will be a patriarchy. So I don't know what conversation you're looking for, but I'm a person of solutions. I'm not here to debate you. I'm here to have a conversation.
Yeah, so to get some clarification, so you're speaking about, you're making a micro, so you're speaking about schools. And you're saying, well, there's problems when males and females are in school together. So that's a macro. Then you speak about micro. You say that, oh well,
You don't go up there.
Has there's ever been schools?
Don't look at her like she's gonna save you. No.
The boys and the girls. That's on a macro level. So on a macro level, yeah, we have different locker rooms. On a macro level, yeah, we have different sports. On a micro level, yeah, we have different bathrooms and different locker rooms. On a micro level, yeah, we play different sports.
Nah, that's crazy how they did that. My nigga was in front of you and they glitched your nigga in front of me.
There are currently already all boys schools.
That's some bull crap, dog.
They do what they need to do. On a macro level, you're proposing, right, to have only boys schools and only girls schools. Not only that, you're proposing to have males and females, husband and wife, live separately. Do I have that correct?
Wait.
Just answer that question.
Sir, there is a such thing as living apart together. And those relationships are found to be much more healthy than those who haven't. Okay?
I don't have any evidence on that. You don't have any evidence on that.
Actually,
answer the question.
Research.
I got it. Princella, answer the question. Just answer the question so we have it clear.
Separatism is the key because men and women have
we don't mix.
You don't mix.
Okay, got it. Okay, so
y'all are working without chaos.
You say we don't mix. Princella, look in the mirror. Your mother and your father created you. We mix. When I look in the mirror, my mother and my father created me. We mix. What I'm telling you is that...
Now what speed is he?
We all have differences.
Broswell.
The thing is, you want to run away from differences. What happens is when women get in leadership positions, they want to break up things. They want to separate things. That's why when a woman is leading the relationship, if she's leading, it will be the end of that relationship. She will cause separation. When a man is leading, he does not cause separation. He keeps it together. So at the end of the day, what you're speaking about, that we don't mix, that's nonsensical. It doesn't make sense. From a biological, you said that you're a biologist. So how can you even speak about that we don't mix? We mix perfectly. What are you talking about? It's a perfect mix. We've been having a discussion.
Nah, I knew I had him beat. It was just him. Yeah.
No one's being childish.
That throw power was one leg. He might not have made that.
You speak and complete your thought out. And then I just rebutted it.
I'm trying to figure
out. You got a 99 speed and they all said
it's activity of a virus. Okay.
Got it. So, Marcella, you just said something that you have data that there are relationships.
I tell you what, you go ahead and talk, and I
Cool. Yeah. Listen to this real quick. Listen to this. You said something. You said that I have data that men and women in relationships, when they are separated from the house, they actually thrive in it, and it does real good. I have more data than you have, because there are many marriages, male and female, living in a home, and they thrive and do amazing. Actually, we have facts on it. A nuclear family with a man and a woman and children living in a home, they do good. Single mother households leads to degeneracy. So what are you speaking about? Now you can say that, well, there can be it can be fully separated, living in a separate home, and then the kids go to this home at some point, and the kids go to that home at some point. That's not healthy for the kids. My standpoints would say I would say that that's not healthy for the kids. But anyways, actually, I got a question for you about this, because you spoke about egalitarianism. How does all of this tie into egalitarianism and make it think?
Simon says, upgrade. Again, what's new? Who cares? Simon says,
Go get in that cage.
limit your choices.
Equal, because that was your main point. So how does this tie in? So are you saying that the separation makes us more equal?
You can just sit up here and just ask questions to the wall, okay? Because you're being real fugazi right now. So when you're done talking and you went to let me ask you some questions,
well, no, I've been active listening to everything you're saying. Remember, when you spoke, I asked you a question. You gave your little stance. You gave your stance, and you said, "Well, I think that the patriarchy and the matriarchy should be mixed, and it should be egalitarianism." And that's what I questioned you on. And then you brought it to school and stuff like that. And then I'm like, well, now my question for you is, how does all of this make things equal?
First and foremost, sir, I don't even preach equality, because men and
Well, you said egalitarianism.
Sir. Do you want me to drop here? Because one thing I'm not going to sit up here and do is have you interrupt me every 2 seconds, every time I say a single word, okay? So you're going against your own rules, all right?
What?
So I'm not going to sit up here and be, I'm not going to sit up here and be
You're
a
right.
child.
There's no way this nigga just did that.
All right? You're going to talk to me like an adult, and you're going to have an intelligent conversation, or we can just...
What?
I just have simple questions for you. That's
I ain't
all.
never did that.
I'm gonna come cut the stuff up.
Bro, this nigga just send out of 2 seconds to an
You know what? I'll let you speak. And you can go ahead and get it all out, and then let me know if can I ask you a question.
Asking a million questions back to back, so why don't you go ahead and do that? Okay?
Jeez.
And then I'm just going to be quiet and let you run the show. Because that's what you want to do. Alright? Go ahead.
Well, are you actually going to answer my question?
Damn, what happened?
I don't know what you asked me. Because every time I wanted to answer you, you cut me off.
Oh my
That
goodness.
is untrue. I've actually been looking for an answer
Shit,
to
Play,
some of my questions.
you know I don't be going out like that.
I'll do it. Let's do it this way, right? So I'll let you go ahead and I'll write